Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Tuesday, October 12th, 2021. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. The general public is asked to note that the Ministry of Health and Gender Affairs has made masks and hand sanitizers available at community centers throughout the island of Nevis effective Monday, October 11th, 2021. These items will be distributed during the hours of 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. daily while supplies last. The donations of COVID-19 relief supplies were made possible by the Sacred Medical Order Knights of Hope, SMOC, and Harvest International in the United States. During a brief handing over ceremony held on Friday, October 8th, Assistant Secretary in the Ministry of Health, Latoya Jeffers, mentioned the items that were donated.
These supplies include masks, hand sanitizers, face shields, alcohol, surgical gowns, and coveralls. Today, we are here to officially accept the supplies and express our appreciation to the persons who have so selflessly contributed to our people. COVID-19 seems to be set on bulldozing its way into our little island. So we have to ensure that we are armed with the protective gears to keep everyone safe.
Representative of SMOC, Rennie Busu, went into detail about the total cost of the shipment. He also expressed gratitude to all those who had a part in making the donation a reality.
The total cost of the items in the shipment is $160,000 US. In terms of the items in the shipment, we have received 576 gallons of alcohol antiseptic, 7,200 face shields, 10,368 hand sanitizers, over 100,000 face masks, and 12,600 hospital gowns. These were what were able to be shipped on the 40-foot container.
Busu then presented the items to Junior Minister of Health, the Honorable Hazel Brandy Williams, who also expressed her gratitude.
This is indeed a great gift and a great help for us here in Nevis. The supplies would not only be used at the hospital, but we have also shared with education and other areas that we deem necessary, because we have to fight this COVID pandemic collectively with other government institutions. And so I want to, from this rostrum, thank Mr. Rennie Busu and his team for this very generous donation. I want to, on behalf of the Senior Minister, the Honorable Premier, Senior Minister of Health, and the entire Nevis Island Administration, to state that we are indeed very grateful for such a worthwhile gesture.
Campbell, legal counsel in the Nevis Island Administration's legal department, has attained a master's degree in International Maritime Law, adding to the very small group that is trained in this area in St. Kitts and Nevis. Campbell, a resident of Hanleys Road, Gingerland, travelled to Malta in 2020 to commence studies at the prestigious International Law Institute, a world-recognized centre for the training of specialists in international maritime law, and graduated with distinction in the top 5% of her class in September 2021.
My decision to pursue a master's degree in international maritime law was born out of some workshops that I attended at the federal level geared towards the creation of a national ocean policy as well as a national maritime transport policy. When I attended these workshops, I developed the interest in maritime law because I realized how important it was to our economies, especially as an island state and where we rely on ships to bring in practically everything that we need. And so I realized that the expertise was very well needed, especially in the climate where our government was moving towards embracing what our ocean can do for us, and by creating the National Ocean Policy. And I realized that many lawyers don't focus on maritime law or international maritime law. And so I made a decision to pursue this area so that, Nevis can be represented and can have a say in these discussions on how our oceans should be managed.
The young attorney acknowledged those involved in assisting her to achieve this milestone in her career.
I'm extremely grateful to the Cabinet of the Nevis Island Administration for supporting my aspiration to pursue these studies by granting me study leave, and for seeing the need to have this expertise within the Nevis Island Administration. I especially would like to thank my boss, Mrs. Helen Lewis, the legal advisor, who has been an extreme supporter and who has really lobbied for me to be able to pursue these studies and to be able to bring these expertise back to Nevis in order to help our island as we advance our blue economy agenda.
Still to come, revered Calypsonian King Bingi honored for contribution to music. The details after this break.
I will take the vaccine because being vaccinated is the best way to beat the pandemic.
I will take the vaccine to protect my family, citizens, residents, and all visitors to Nevis.
I will take the vaccine to protect myself, my loved ones, my clients, my co-workers, my community.
For more information or to get vaccinated, visit your nearest health center.
Welcome back. The Deputy Postmaster General for Nevis, Rhonda Forbes Williams, in delivering an address to mark the celebration of World Post Day, spoke about a few of the activities that will be hosted for the month of the celebration.
This year marks our 52nd year under the universal theme, Innovate to Recover. The other activities over the course of this month ranges from health check, radio and postal tips announcement, customer and staff appreciation, hike in the forest of Mount Travers, and recognition of our centurions through stamp issues.
Forbes Williams noted that COVID-19 has impacted services regionally and locally and has forced them to curtail their month of activities.
We continue to be poised and ready to face the challenges that lay ahead. With God's help, we will recover. We've come thus far through thick and thin and intend to continue to remain relevant and resilient by innovative means that will set us on the road to recovery mode. Yes, we experienced some adverse disruptions, but amidst the drawbacks, we are determined to move forward. I wish to take the time out to salute and appreciate each member of staff for every effort during this period of uncertainty. We all managed to do what it needs to be done in spite of.
World Post Day is annually celebrated on October 9th, and the theme for this year's celebration is Innovate to Recover. Carlisle Pemberton of Brown Hill, also known by his calypso name as King Bingi, was another of 11 divisions honored during the recent celebration of the independence of St. Christopher and Nevis for his contribution in the field of music. In his profile, which was read at an awards ceremony at Government House on September 20th, 2021, when he was presented with a commemorative plaque by Her Honor, Mrs. Hyleta Libert, he was described as a proud division.
Carlisle King Bingi Pemberton is a proud division who was born to parents Joan and William Pemberton of Brown Hill, Nevis. He admires legendary calypsonians such as King Shortshirt from Antigua and Barbuda, the Mighty Sparrow from Trinidad and Tobago, and our very own local legend Curtis Morton, also known by his stage name Sandopi. In 1987, he won his first Culturama Calypso crown with the highly popular song Jam Bouncer. That same year, he was also the first Nevisian Calypsonian to represent Nevis in an international King of the World Calypso competition in Barbados, where he performed creditably. In the latter part of 1987, St. John's Parish held its festival, and he was crowned the first St. John's Calypso King. He won the Culturama Calypso Crown in 1989, 1993, and 2013, after a hiatus of 10 years, with the famous SIDF song. That same year, King Bingi ventured to Anguilla to compete in the Leeward Islands Calypso competition, where he exhibited a stellar performance and placed second runner-up. Notably, this was the first and still is the only time a Nevisian Calypsonian has placed in that competition.
Another of his accomplishments was winning the Farm King Crown in 2004, an event hosted by the Department of Agriculture. In recognition of his accomplishments, in December 2014, King Bingi was awarded the title of Calypsonian of the Year by the Nevis Palm Awards Committee for his outstanding performance in Calypso throughout the year.
Indeed, King Bingi was so brilliant at his craft, he vividly recalls being called out of mini-retirement by the Nevis Culturama Committee to join and strengthen the Nevisian Calypso team of 3 who competed against the Kittian Calypso team of 3 in the St. Kitts versus Nevis Calypso competition. Amazingly and interestingly, for the first time since the inception of that particular competition, the Nevis team won. Clearly, King Bingi's accomplishments are many, as well as impressive for his repertoire of wins. The King has always deemed it an honor and a privilege to represent Nevis regionally and internationally whenever he has had the opportunity to do so. He loves his country and trusts that God continues to pour his blessings on our beautiful nation of St. Kitts and Nevis as we celebrate 38 years of independence under the theme, Adapt, Diversify, Recreate, Independence 38. Heartiest congratulations to you, Mr. Pemberton.
Pemberton expressed gratitude to God for bestowing on him talent, strength, and sustenance. He also extended his gratitude to his family, in particular his parents, for nurturing him, his wife, Joan Stapleton Pemberton, his most ardent and loyal supporter, and Jamoy and Jarvis Pemberton, his 2 children, who he says bring him much joy. He also thanked his siblings and extended family who continue to embrace him. And that's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing.